Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for this week's edition of Let's Stay Connected. Welcome back to week 2. Thanks for joining me again. I'd like to share with you some of the things that I've been learning this last week in response to Pastor Allen's sermon right in the middle. And I have written down a few of the questions again in my journal, like last week. I hope you've had the chance to take a look at the study questions that are posted on the website for this week's message. So let's dig in. Here's the first question. Would you say joy is more about a feeling or an attitude? I definitely think it's more about an attitude. I believe that it's a choice that we get to make, and that there are certain activities I've found in my own life that steal my joy or can fuel my joy. Twice this last week, I found myself laying in bed before I fell asleep, reading the news feed on my phone. And when I did that, it caused anxiety. And I had a hard time sleeping. So that definitely is something that steals my joy. And when I became aware of that, I realized I can't do that before bed. And so I put a different book by my bed and I look at that instead of reading the news feed. So that's something that steals my joy. Something that fuels my joy that I've been trying to do a lot of this last week is to think about the silver linings. There are lots of difficulties, but I have thought in my own life there are a number of things that there's a silver lining. And I'll give you one brief example. Our son is a senior in college, and his school has gone exclusively to online education, which I think most universities have across the country. But they've also closed all of the on-campus housing. And he is in the Kansas City area, so for us that would have been a real hardship. But the silver lining is that he was living off campus in a senior house with some friends. And so he's able to continue to be living there. And so that was a great relief, and I feel super grateful about that. And so I think joy is a choice, and it's a choice to focus on the way that God's providing, to focus on the silver linings, and to not do those activities and choose to do those things that steal your joy. All right, next question. Question number 2. Where have you seen encouragement, comfort, compassion on display this week? And this is one of those areas where I've realized when we have the eyes to see it, there are all kinds of things that are going on around us that are so encouraging. And here's one little story that I want to share. Heritage Eats is a great restaurant here in town. And like so many of the restaurants, they are closed to in-restaurant dining, but they can still do carry-out meals. And recognizing the hardship here in town and the difficulty in getting groceries for some people, they have made a change in their business and implemented a new business idea called Heritage at Home, where you can go online, you can order a meal, you can order some groceries from them, and that even includes toilet paper. And so I must admit, we are running low at our household, and I've tried to find it a few places this week and haven't been able to. And so I went online and ordered some groceries from Heritage at Home. And when I went to pick them up, I had ordered 2 rolls of toilet paper to come with my little groceries. And there was a 3rd roll in my bag for free from the owner of Heritage Eats that said 1 roll for good luck. And I was intending to encourage that business by ordering from them, and they encouraged me. And so that was a fun thing that happened this week that brought me joy. Third question, how can we create opportunities for joy to increase in our community during this season? And what I have realized this week, above and beyond anything else, it's human connection. And I've been so encouraged when I've gone out to walk the dog. I see so many people walking, keeping the proper distance, talking to each other across the street. And my husband David has got 2 friends in his small group that live within walking distance from us, and the 3 of them went on a walk one afternoon this week. My small group met for the first time on Saturday night using Zoom, and it was wonderful to see everybody's faces and to be able to connect and to laugh together, which is so good for the soul. And so I think one of the main ways that we can create opportunities for joy is to really work to maintain those human connections. And with that in mind, I am going to make a change to Let's Stay Connected. And rather than it being a recording of me sharing my answers, we're going to go live. Starting next Wednesday, April the 1st, and this is no April Fool's joke, Wednesday, April the 1st at 7 p.m., Let's Stay Connected is going to be an online small group using the platform Zoom. If you will send me an email, I will send you an invitation. And next Wednesday night, we will have a Zoom online small group. And I can tell you from the one that I did last Saturday, it was a blast. It was a great opportunity to be together with friends. And so I hope you will join me next Wednesday. Bring your questions and we'll talk. We'll talk through those questions and we will share our encouragement and we will share what God's been showing us in a new environment. So I look forward to seeing you next week and getting to actually hear your answers. May God bless you and keep you until we meet again.